sexual, liberation. Even sexuality is also something that people are, more out there about now.
Yeah.
Like you see people that are more vocal about homosexuality now, as opposed to before, where it's taboo to even have that conversation. Like it obviously, social media is also a part of why that's out there now. But like, what's your view on that?
I mean, everybody we face gold separately, or when we get I didn't even know it was happening in Nigeria. Because
what was happening?
This homosexuality thing. I thought I was America, like yes. So, because when I was in secondary school, I didn't even know about it. Do you get? So, but now, so if a girl should chat you up, hey, hi, and just my internet crush, and from there, before you know it, if you guys hang out from there, they can keep.
So have you had girls text you or
yes.
send you messages?
Yes, a lot of
and
girls.
And like they're like very expressive about stuff like that.
Definitely, yes.
And how is there any shock factor?
No, I mean.
Kiki, have you ever had any girl like ask you out?
A lot actually. It gives me a lot of concern because I need to. I don't pause and I look at myself, babe. How do I attract a gay? Because I mean, there was this message I got, and then this girl said, "Oh, I've been stalking you for almost a year, trying to get confident." And I do told that way. Let's assume that you have focus, and you target that focus like this, you'll have achieved it. I mean, I understand the fact that people are attracted to the same sex, but I can't relate.
What's your view on that, though? How do you feel?
I have a problem with it.
Why do you have a problem with
that? First of all, I have a problem with it because it's just a default what I stand for. Number one, and number two, my religion. I live by the Bible, and even though some people argue and say, "Oh, the Bible did not," because we have had subsequent conversations, so the Bible did not say the XYZ because of XYZ. But I will tell you that the Bible was very firm. The way it frowns at other sin is sin, is the way it frowns about that. So
do you frown at other sins with the same intensity?
So that's what I'm going. Do not tell me that I'm a liar. Accept me. I'm gay. Accept me. I'm a cheat, accept me. No, if I'm not going to, if a liar cannot boldly come out and say, I'm a liar, accept me, then if you're gay, don't come at me and say, this is why I'm, accept me. No. Because this same gay person also frowns at other sin. So why should I smile at you?
Okay, hold on. We've actually had like conversations about this before.
Yeah.
I want you to please share.
My view on homosexuality is actually really controversial because I believe that, like I said before, I believe that as human beings we have different agents of socialization. We are who we are because of the influences that we get from different aspects. Religion is just part of it. And then when I ask people what is your major problem with homosexuality, it always comes from religion as an agent of socialization. That is the only problem that we have with homosexuality, to be truthful, which I'm not disrespecting. I'm not saying that it is not valid. I'm not saying that it is. That's not the argument. But as a lawyer, I've also been able to learn that there's a difference between what is right and what is good. Good is very, very, very subjective. If what is good in Nigeria,
I think right is what is subjective.
No, good. What is good? If I say, this thing is good, does not mean that it's good in that place. Do you get what I'm saying? But what is right, I feel like generally stems from my own love. My own word for it is love. Now, what I want to say is this: is that human beings. What I believe is human beings. We exist in a spectrum. We exist in a spectrum. There is this side and there's that side. The society wants us to exist in a place that is comfortable. That feels normal. Like okay,
can I quickly say something? Make it quick.
Okay, sorry. Now, I feel like the essence of being a human being is to express yourself in any way that you can, and it's your choice at the end of the day. I respect your choice. Do I understand homosexuality? I don't. I'm heterosexual. I don't understand it.
You sure?
I don't because I'm heterosexual, right?
Sure?
Yeah, I am. Super sure. Yeah, but
Are you sure?
But wow, what's going on?
You was married.
Oh, sorry.
Right, but can I see from the mind that do I understand that human beings have the ability to express in any form? Yeah. Do I respect that? I do.
Yeah. Wrap it up. So, there's something Kiki said to me once, and she was saying that she feels like another thing is that because children are so impressionable and there's so much information out there, it's just like an information overload. And now kids just go online and they see so much about oh, homosexuality is okay, and then like there's that risk, which is valid because I personally have experienced that when I was in Nigeria. What's the meaning of when I was in Nigeria? You've been here. I think you're in the UK now. Faith in the movie, so. Growing up, I didn't really, like you also said, I didn't really experience anybody talking about homosexuality or play out this. You just hear it, but it's like a foreign concept. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the first time I ever traveled, I was 14 years old. I went to the States. I was in this camp, right? Like a girls' camp. And then there were like a lot of female counselors. Most of the counselors were female, right? But most of the counselors were lesbians. And I remember that we used to just have like small seminars or talks, and they would be asking about, it was like an overload for me. Like I used to hear about homosexuality all the time, and they would ask, why are people lesbian? At 30, love is love. I'm like, it was almost like, because it's not as if, it's not as if people were talking about normal love like that. It's not a conversation we used to have all the time. So it was almost like they were trying to bombard me with it, and then I was it felt like a campaign. And then I would hear all the time that they would say, they asked me, and ignorantly they said, why are people homosexuals? I said, because they don't want to have children, because that's all I knew. I knew it was ignorant, but I didn't know anything, but then the way that they sold it to me, they said it can happen to anybody at any time, and I used to be so afraid. I'd be like, so will I just wake up and I would just start liking girls?
Aww.
No, but seriously, so I understand, the idea, of that. So I've always been uncomfortable with the idea. There's part of it is religion, definitely, but part of it is also, it just doesn't seem natural to me. But people have always asked, you've asked me as well, how does it affect you? But it's not only things that affect us that we're uncomfortable with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But again, I saw an article recently that was talking about intersex.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Keep it short.
Mado. I do love that.
But the point is that this is my show. I can send it.
I saw that coming. But before I will actually move on from this, I read an article once about intersex, and this is because another thing is, you think, okay, they say that they're born that way, but like I haven't seen any biological proof, right? But I read something about intersex, and they said there are people that are actually born with two different genders, reproductive organs. Sometimes it might not, like some people have double the chromosome XX or XY, but they have the opposite gender, and then their doctors actually change that. Some people are born with like a small penis, and they change it into a vagina. Right. So they actually have a biological reason for feeling the way that they do. How do I feel about that? Yeah. Where does my judgment come from in that? Right. But again, But how do you validate that?
Validate what?
How do you validate that? Oh, this person feels the same way because there's a spectrum.
So, do you have to validate it? I feel how I feel. Accept it. Just respect that I feel the way I feel. I don't have to explain it to you.
Before you turn this thing, so that's a homosexual